the last game for Casemiro. And this is the thing. This is the updated feeling of some of the fans. They're saying they would like to see an Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno starting lineup. One, because they still believe Casemiro deserves a bit more time, and the other thing is they're afraid of doing. You know what's happening to Garnacho? How people kind of got side down Garnacho, and they're wondering if Garnacho will be good enough. They're worried if that's going to actually turn out happening to Kobbie. So, Garnacho was a time when really loved, and I think he's been on an interesting journey where, how people are seeing Garnacho has changed, and no one wants that to happen to the young star boy in Kobbie. Kind of understand that we put a lot of responsibility on his shoulders with a lot of expectation for, 19 years old? And it's like, look, we have to use him better. Do you lot agree with that statement in terms of?
I've got no. We are very comfortable with Kobbie being like the main starter and us building a team around him. 100%. I get that. Would I be mad to the point where I've seen that, like, if he ends up not on the team sheet, which we haven't seen too much of it, to be fair. But when we remember this Forest one when he came off at halftime, we were like, what the hell? Maybe a bit earlier on. This is before this version of Kobbie. We were like, nah, where's the kid? He's got to start. It's a 50-50 one, really, because he should be afforded the luxury of being able to be out of the starting lineup. Absolutely. He's 19 years of age. He shouldn't have to be the savior. But at the same time, if you're that damn good, you just earn the right to keep playing. So I think, but we should have options whereby we go, okay, you sit this one out, get loose, get 15 minutes off the bench or something. And I don't want to put Kobbie in a position whereby the pressure is stacked upon him. The team underperforms. And like you said, it already start happening, KG. Like you said it, you make a good point. People will naturally start to go, well, this kid ain't good as 40 years, or this, that, and the other. He doesn't deserve that. And that's how you get young players to maximize their potential, fulfill their potential. You have to give them the right nurturing. It's one thing planting a seed and watering it and stuff, but the conditions have to be right. The temperature's got to be right in there. The food that you give the plant, all of these things, So I feel like we have to be careful. Bit of Titchmarsh. We have to be careful with him that we don't overkill him. What happened with Garnacho? The senior pros didn't do what they were supposed to do, so he had to play like 33 games on a bounce. Now, I'm not saying Kobbie playing 33 games on a bounce 100% will be at his detriment, because the reason why he plays 33 games on a bounce might be because he's just, like I said, he's just so good, killing it, getting assists, getting goals, twisting up, man. Great. But let's not be silly here. There is still question marks for Kobbie that he has to get past, only because the time needs to elapse. It's that simple. This is his first full season. We're forgetting it. We're forgetting it because of the rise. He had that break. But really, this is the first time he's, hopefully, with no injuries, touch wood, this is the first time he's going to go from August to May. So
I worry for him because of that. I do. KG brings it up with the Garnacho thing. When it was Monday, wasn't it? In the red carpet, and that whole is Garnacho overrated. And you go like, again, this is his second full season, and we're already going like he's not good enough or he's overrated. And the reason I worry is because inevitably that same conversation will happen about Kobbie at some point, and it won't be his fault. It won't be his fault, but it'll be because, to your point, Flex, he'll probably be overplayed and he's young. He'll go for a bit of a difficult period at some point. Then it'll be, we've overhyped him, we've overgassed him, blah, blah, blah. And the reality is that there should be more senior players that Kobbie can come out the team for. But as of right now, tomorrow, if that starting 11 came out and Kobbie Mainoo was on the bench, can you imagine the reaction to that? What is going on? This is terrible.
And it shouldn't be like that as well.
No, exactly. That's my point. It shouldn't be like that. But it is at the moment, because as great as these young players are, and some of them are really exciting, and they are what we're going to be building around, we are too over-reliant, in all honesty, on them. And that's, I think, the fault of the senior players. The senior players in that team for Manchester United don't do enough. They don't.
What's funny?
And it's a problem.
I want to piggyback off that, because you say that, and we've been linked to Rabiot like a lot this summer, but fresh links. We heard some stuff. Was it yesterday? Last night there was more Rabiot links, and saying the price has gone down in terms of how much he wants salary wise. And guys, I won't lie to you. I think that's something we should be doing. even if it's a year, 2 years.
You were interested in Rabiot anyway. I remember doing
I've
one of
been
the shows
interested in
with you.
Rabiot anyway. That's what I'm saying. But then I look at the team and I'm like, when it's not like, God forbid something bad does happen to Kobbie or something, but you start to say where we start to get really threadbare.